Aerial footage shows widespread damage in some of the areas hardest hit from the series of quakes that struck Japan on New Year's Day, leaving an entire section of Wajima City reduced to ashes.
So we had a very big earthquake in Noto Peninsula, which is very close from here. We had the very big earthquake as well.
The most big earthquake from my life. Then the shape, everything, the cup was broken, and it was so scary.
The quakes caused large cracks in roads and destroyed thousands of homes, complicating search and rescue efforts.
Those kind of very big earthquake happen in Japan once in few years. Noto Peninsula is very countryside peninsula. It's actually a little bit isolated. So the road to get to the upper north, to the Noto Peninsula, is only one. So we only have one way to get there. But that road is actually damaged and destroyed. So like we didn't have any ways to go to the Noto Peninsula to rescue them and help them and support them. So only what they could do is they needed to wait for the rescue and support. Alright, so first of all, I will just talk about Vivistop, Kanazawa, where I am coming from right now. You are now in Vivistop, Teleskivi, but Vivistop is all around the world. We have 11 studios as for now in the world. We have 5 studios in Japan. And have you been to Japan? No. Do you know where is Japan? Yeah, in the map, it's as we have a lot of pins on Japan now, we can even see Japan here, but like we have 5 studios in total. There we have the very similar look like Vivistop in Kanazawa as well. If you look at, this is Japan. I think you have heard about Tokyo. Yeah. So Tokyo is located just right there. Kanazawa is about 3 hours, 3.5 hours by bullet train. It's a bit far from Tokyo, but it's doable. So we are coming from Kanazawa. The boys and girls who just presented here before, they are also coming from Kanazawa. So in Kanazawa, we have very close to Kanazawa. Okay. So this is, we call it Noto Peninsula. So if you remember where Kanazawa was, it was just there, and that circle, little circle area, this is the Noto Peninsula, what we call. And Noto Peninsula is very beautiful peninsula. We have a lot of nature, tradition, culture there, but also it's very old. Less and less population we have, but still very, very beautiful. Do you know what had happened in Noto Peninsula this January? No? So we had a very, very big earthquake this January, just about 2 months ago, January 1st. So it was the very new year. We were in a very happy family mood, and a very, very big earthquake had happened. Have you experienced the earthquake? No, right? You don't have earthquake here. But Kairi, can you share about your experience, what you had in Japan? Kairi, from Vivistop Teleskivi, she was just in Kanazawa, unfortunately, during the New Year. How was it?
So yeah, I maybe talk in Estonian a little bit. Nii et mul oli õnn ja õnnetus samal ajal olla Jaapanis ja just Kanazawa's 1. jaanuaril. Ja seesama Noto oli 100 kilti umbes sealt. Magnituudiliselt, how big magnitude was the earthquake in the Noto? Like 7? Yeah, so 7 magnituudi pointi, mis on väga suur, nii et kõik vanad majad ka lagunevad. Ja seal Kanazawa linnas oli 5+, ehk tegelikult ka kõik asjad langesid maha. Ma olin üleval hotelli 10. korrusel ja mul oli see tunne, nagu ma oleks tormisel merel kruiisilaeval. Ehk kõik kõikus niimoodi, et hambaharjad lendasid ja klaasid lendasid ja siis ma ei teadnud ka, mida teha, sest et ainult telekast tuli, et häire ja tsunami warning ja see oli päris hirmutav. Ja just see teadmatus võib-olla, mis hästi pikalt seal veel üleval oli, et kui palju inimesi on kadunud, kui palju inimesi on surnud, et see on siiamaani päris kurb teema. Aga ma annan sõna edasi siis Ayumile.
This is the as of 13 of February, a few days ago, like the record says, like about 245 people had passed away because of this earthquake, and 20 it's still missing. But this is actually very not knowing the real number, because as it was said in the movie, it was the January 1st, which was the family gathering day. We actually don't know who were there and how many people were there, because the people who lives there were not there to see their families, or some families were moved to Noto Peninsula who don't live there because to see their families. So we don't know how many people were there. So it says we know that 20 people are still missing, but we don't know we have more people who are missing there. And about 1,800 people got injured because of it, and they're hospitalized. And as you can see, more than a lot of 65,000 houses were collapsed. So they're actually currently evacuating in so many different ways. Some people are evacuated to their family house who are not living in Noto Peninsula. Some of them are living in the evacuation space in Noto Peninsula. Some of them actually evacuated to Kanazawa city where we live because we don't have much damage that the Noto Peninsula did. So there are so many people who are like evacuating to so many different places right now. So this is the situation. Many people, even the big members from Vivistop, Kanazawa, they lost their friends, families, and still struggling with those suffered and those lost. So we'll just like show you how much changing that the earthquake brought to Noto Peninsula. The first one is like it changed actually even the geography. Can you believe it? It changed the map. So this is the after the earthquake. That one is before the earthquake. It might be very difficult to see the differences, but for about 90 kilometers, can you see like it used to be a beach here, but the seafloor is elevated, so that's why it turned out to be the land now. So we have actually 4 kilometers more land. Do you get it? So it's actually changed because of the earthquake. It changed the geography itself. Sometimes it even changed the scenery as well. This is like one of the very hot spot for the Noto Peninsula. If the tourists go to Noto Peninsula, many people will love to go to see this little rock island. And after the earthquake, what had happened to this beautiful island is like that. So all the scenery has changed, and some beautiful nature is gone now. And more to say, we actually lost a lot of tradition and culture. Noto Peninsula, as I said, is very old area. So we have a lot of traditional crafts, artisans, and art pieces, a lot of a very rich food culture as well. And they're all gone. We had 11 sake brewery. Sake is like Japanese liquor alcohol. Sake, we had like the 11 very famous sake brewery, but all of them got damaged. So we lost all the sake brewery. That actually there were like a lot of people who loved that sake, but we can never ever drink them again. And in Wajima area, as I said, there was a big fire. So there were also like they were like the very good the poultry and area. Also they had like the very rich, beautiful sea. So they were they have very good food. If you like, I love like the sushi was one of the the very popular food in Noto Peninsula, but it's getting more difficult. And the last one, what have changed is also not only our people's lives, but also pets' lives have been changing. So some of the pets, they lost the owner, so they don't have any owners anymore. Some pets are missing, or some pets, they have their family still, but because like evacuation space, they don't allow pets to be there. In here, what I like about Estonia is it's a very dog-friendly country. That's what I love. But in Japan, it's still not that like that. So dogs are not allowed in the public spaces quite often, especially inside the house. So evacuation space, it's very difficult for pets to live. So they're looking for some new family to stay with. And actually next month I will be welcoming one dog from the Noto Peninsula. So there are also like people who will be taking care of those dogs, but not only the dogs, but cats, rabbits, fish, whatever. So there are like also like changing the pets' lives as well. We actually usually focusing on our lives, of course, but also it's not just people's lives, but also the pets. I haven't written in here, but also like the children's lives are also affected, of course. The schools are down. Schools are usually used as an evacuation space right now. So people are staying in schools. That means like we can't have the classes at all. So even like the children who are evacuating in Noto Peninsula, they're not able to go into schools, taking the classes, whatever. So like but I've been hearing that they're also having good times there as well, starting to have good times there, but still it's still very difficult, and there are a lot to do, many things to do. But to wrap up, do you think this is just a tragedy? So this is Vivistop program where you guys are think about like the future. Either that change the future or that update the future. I just give you some message that this might not be only a tragedy. Yes, there are so many people who are suffering about this, and there are so many people who are struggling to get back to the normal life. They're still evacuating. They still don't have anything with them at all. Like they only have one clothes and no money, nothing else, and they are spending more than 2 months now. But there are also people who are already starting to move forward. How to design the new Noto Peninsula? Everything is gone actually, all the culture, tradition, food, housing, everything. But think about it. If we are going to design the new peninsula, would you like to bring everything back to the original? Or do you want to create something new that is better than before? So there are also people who are thinking about how to design the new Noto Peninsula from now on, but still keeping the good elements that we had in Noto Peninsula, such as, again, tradition, culture, food, nature, keeping them, but we can still be it might be very easier for us to make it something better, easier, and like it's going to be very important who will be designing the peninsula and how. So this is like something we're currently facing and discussing with the people in Kanazawa, and also like the Noto people. This is actually something that we're doing just to introduce you with the Vivistop members in Kanazawa. Sometimes we collect the old clothes from so many different people around Japan, and we actually, together with the Vivistop members, we distribute them for the people who actually is evacuating from Noto Peninsula to Kanazawa City. Or sometimes like we distribute the food, supper, lunch, something warm, delicious, nice, and create some opportunity for them to get together to talk and chat, so that they can have a sense of belonging to the community again. Yes, so this is all from my side. If you have any questions about earthquake, what is happening in Kanazawa, what is it like, even after this, you can always like ask me any questions. Thank you so much.